lot to me. We are certainly partners in your child's education, and we appreciate you being here. This is Amy Fenton. She's the other AG teacher at Davis Drive. She's been here many more years than I have. This is my 3rd year here, and I love it. I'm renewing my National Board Certification this year, and I have to include several videos, so I may or may not use this one for training parents, but I do appreciate you giving me permission to film you. Your names won't be used or anything like that. So we're going to get started. The kids units, and this is not a smart board, so I have to keep walking over here to, unfortunately, to change the. Hi, come on in. Let's see. Let me pull up a chair for you. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Good. So the KIT units were written by AIG teachers in Wake County to help teachers differentiate for their high ability learners, because in Wake County we do not push into the classroom in kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade. We don't start that until 3rd grade. And so it helps the children develop their potential and nurture their critical thinking skills. And so that's why these units were written. So we're going to start a little bit by just delving into the treasure. I have kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade units here. There are 4 units at each grade level, so I'm just going to put a couple at every table, and you can explore whatever grade level you're interested in exploring. The 2nd grade. We've got the 1st grade here. Whichever grade level. And then, would anybody like to explore the kindergarten? Okay. Well, here you go. Academically and intellectually gifted. Okay. Sure. If there are 4 units, you can take any one. Would anybody else like a kindergarten unit? Put one out in case somebody wants to explore. Sure. So each unit has 6 adventures, and so again, each adventure is laminated on a card, and this is a card that's given to the child. And you can see that at the bottom of each card, the level of thinking is down there, and we're going to talk more about the levels of thinking. But, okay. What grade would you like? 2nd, 4th. 2nd grade. Another 2nd grade not being used? There's one here. Oh, great, thank you. So this cover sheet comes with every unit, and it's kind of at a glance. It shows you all the materials that you're going to need for the units, and you're welcome to switch out the books. These books are recommended. Some of the teachers already have some of the books, but if you think of a better book, you're welcome to use your own materials as well. The teachers are very open to that. This is a home adventure. Every unit has a home adventure, which I love because it helps extend the child's thinking at home. And a lot of them you'll see, for example, if one of the adventures is to compare and contrast, or for example, if there's an extra sheet that they need to complete something, copies of that are usually in there.
So the home adventure, that's homework that they would take home to work on at home?
No, totally optional.
Okay.
We just want to invite the parents to be involved in the unit that they're doing. But no, it's optional. Okay. It's not graded or anything like that. So you can see, for example, this one, one of the activities they have to complete is a Venn diagram. So that's in here as well. So any of the activities and graphic organizers or anything that the children need should be in here. And if not, if you decide to do one and you see that something's missing, we're happy to help you. So this is at a glance. Each unit has 6 adventures, so that's where you can see them, and then each one is laminated on the cards right here, and that's what you would actually give the child. A lot of them are in the classroom, and then some of them would be in the library. Yeah, and we'll talk more about that, but the teachers would probably appreciate your help gathering the materials, and they are very open here. I mean, I love this school. They're very open here. If you don't want that book and you have a great book at home that you already read to your child that you think's perfect for this unit, you can bring it and use that as well. So notice down in the corner of the card, you'll see the thinking skills involved as well. We're going to talk more about those, but that's good at a glance. Is there anything that you discovered in particular that you like or have a question about? Most of these do correlate to something they're studying in the classroom. For example, second grade studies sound. So.
I can tell it's doing something I like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it just depends. Some are more English language arts oriented, some are more math oriented, and if you think of an activity that you want to incorporate into any of these, you're welcome to.
Is there any more math oriented?
Yeah, you can, I'll show you right now, okay, yeah, and you're welcome to come in another time. This is kind of a short training session.
Yeah,
if you want to come in, what we'll do, the classroom teacher will have all 4 units for you, and you can choose the units. We're going to talk more about that in a minute. Some teachers want to choose the units, and most teachers will let you teach whatever you want.
So do we have a choice of choosing the unit?
Depends on your teacher, probably so.
Yeah.
Probably so.
Because, yeah, I mean, we know our strengths and
Exactly.
areas
Oh,
are-
you'll be fine after this training. You'll be able to teach anything after this. All right, so we'll move along just a little bit. You're welcome to keep looking at them if you want to. You'll see that each unit has 6 adventures. They're laminated on the cards, and they look like this. They do have the level of thinking on the bottom, and I'm going to train you a little bit more on the level of thinking. Each unit does have a home adventure. I really like this part of the KITS unit because it does invite the families to become partners in their child's learning. This is not homework, and it's totally optional for the children and the families to participate in those. Each unit came with a rubric, if you saw that. The children's work is evaluated. Don't worry, you don't have to evaluate it. You're not going to do that. But you can help the children as they work understand the difference between complex and simple. You can help the children understand that elaboration means adding more details, because that's the type of thing we're looking for on these. So, what do you need? On the front of each unit, you should have seen a sheet of paper. You've got it right there. That really tells you what materials you need to gather, what materials you need to have. Someone asked, are some of these books already in the classroom? And the answer is yes. If they're not, they're probably in the school library. If you want to use a particular book and you can't find it, let me know. I'll try to locate it for you. We have a super librarian here, and she can borrow books from other schools. So we'll get you what you want and what you need. I said it earlier, I'll say it again, you do not have to use the resources that are on here. I'm sure the teacher wouldn't mind. Just let her know that you're not using 3 Little Pigs, you're using something else.
Are we supposed to have these sheets here and just refer to the PowerPoint?
For the unit you're looking at?
Well, and also the reading material, I don't see.
No, that's not, that's probably in here, and some of the classroom teachers keep them in their classroom. But after this training, you'll actually go meet with the teacher, and she or you will decide what unit you want to teach, and she'll help you get everything. It's either going to be in a bucket that looks like that, or in her classroom. And if not, email me and I'll get you what you need. Okay? And I'll leave you with my email address. Thanks for asking that question. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit so that you are experts about the levels of thinking. Ms. Fenton is nice enough to let me borrow her classroom. We also have them up here. This is the lowest level of thinking. For example, name the 9 planets. Going up to the highest level of thinking, which Okay. The KID units are apply or above. Most of the activities are analyzing or above. Contemplate the activities that the children will be doing and that you'll be targeted for them to do. So we're going to have a little game here. I have some assignments in here and a level of thinking, and I want you to try to match the assignment with which level of thinking it's requiring. You can put two at this table if you all kind of want to work in a group. You can work individually or together. It's up to you. You got three working together. There's 6 assignments and there's 6 words on the strips. So you're matching up the level of thinking with the word. And also just this will help you as well, the blue bookmark, which you're just going to take. This has the levels of thinking on it.
This is an option.
You might be looking for those key words, for example, if it has design on it. Yeah. All right. I usually reuse them. It's up to you. Or the last 4. I'll give you a clue. None of them is remember or understand. Keywords that include your level of thinking. And look at that analyze poster right there. You see some of the question stems. You drop them. So categorizing, that's fantastic. We've got this little cheat sheet right here as well. Which you'll be able to take into your units. How are we doing? Super, exactly. Exactly right. Okay, so anytime you ask them to classify if you see the word design, that's creative, absolutely. And
maybe favorite meaning in a house compare. Yeah, what is the most important? How do you prioritize?
Pros and cons. So I think evaluating judgments based on criteria and standards.
Yeah, prioritizing
Actually, maybe to both of them.
yeah, I think for this one, you're asking them to evaluate which celebration is the most important to them and why.
That means you're taking them people's opinions.
That would be their opinion. When you're asking them for evaluate, you're asking them their opinion. You want them to formulate
Same here.
Okay, well, let's look at the first one. How are we doing? It's probably analyzing. Yeah. How are you doing over here?
That's what she's
You go over here, okay? All right. So let's look at some of our key words that'll clue you in if you wanted to look up at the posters again, or you have the little blue cheat sheet. But design a poster would be what level of thinking? Create, absolutely. Where is your favorite place in your home and why? That's evaluation. You're not asking them for other people's opinions. You're asking them to form their own opinions. Okay. What was the third one? How would your life be different?
Analyze.
That's analyzing, exactly. Create a word bank. Create. Okay, so kind of a uni there. Classify. Anytime you classify or categorize, that is analyzing. Okay. Did you get that? Yeah. Yeah, you are. You're doing great. I told you guys are going to be experts. And then the last one was what? If you could celebrate only one holiday, which one would it be? You're asking them to form an opinion on what holiday is the most important to them. So that would be evaluate.
Evaluate, okay.
Good job. Super. Pat yourselves on the back. Don't worry. That's why I copied these for you as well. And we're going to go over both of them a little bit more. But you'll be able to take these into the classroom with you, and you'll be able to use them as you plan your lessons.
I had one more question about this, the holiday. Asking them form an opinion. Would that be an analyze or an evaluate?
That's evaluate. If they're forming an opinion. Look at, if you want to look at some of
So
these.
analyze is to break up into
Exactly.
But it could be analyzed you
Sure.
like this part about
Yeah.
this one particular
Yeah.
holiday.
She's making a really great point over here. Oftentimes, and some of the best activities are going to incorporate more than one level of thinking. It's kind of like in math. You're not going to just do guess and check. You might draw a picture, guess and check, and find a pattern. And so, absolutely. But anytime you're asking them to form an opinion, they might have to analyze it first. But then if they're going to form an opinion and have an opinion on something, that's going to be evaluate. But absolutely. Good job. All right, can you just put the strips back in the envelopes for me, and I'll come around and take those up. Boy, she's being good. I didn't forgot she was in here. All right, so we'll move along. What is your role? To gather the materials. If the teacher doesn't have it, she might appreciate your help getting it. If you can't find it, once again, let me know. We'll get you what you need. Working with the students and challenging them, supporting the teacher, and being flexible. How do you gather the materials? Well, you saw that on the front page. Can I just show yours really quickly? You can see, here's what you need at a glance. Once again, you are free to diverge from that and use some of your own materials. Look in the kits and the other resources. Most of them have a box like this, and some of them have the books and things that you need. A lot of these are already in the classroom teacher's room, and we have some more behind the curtains there. Keep your eye out for anything that relates to the topic that you want to do. I'm sure it'll be fine with the teacher. Use the media center. Miss Fiedler is amazing, and she will stop what she's doing to help you. I'm sure you guys, if you know her. And ask the teacher or the assistant, particularly if you're, for example, doing Venn diagrams. Some of you saw the Venn diagrams that were in some of the units, or the open compare and contrast, which is one of my favorite activities. Be sure you have enough copies for those. If you don't, let the teacher know. If she's busy and harried, somebody in the office will help you. Come get me, but we'll get you what you need.
Quick question. So,
Sure.
Second graders, do they know the Venn diagrams really? If we give the activity, will they understand?
I think by second grade they should be able to do a Venn diagram. Yeah. So, and if certainly not, you can model it. You can show them how to do it. I know by third grade they do. Okay, so how do you work with and challenge the students? Well, one of the beauties of the KITS units is they are small group instruction. So you're going to have a lot of collaboration and one-on-one time with the students. Ask good questions, and if you look at the sheet right here, you can, the bookmarks that I gave you right here, you can see that you want to ask the higher level thinking skills, and you can use these at home as you plan your instruction. It is not center work. The children may be on different adventures. You might have a child who works more quickly than another. They might be on the third bullet on that card where another child's at the first bullet. You're promoting in-depth thinking, and some children just work differently than others. For some child, you might be 2 or 3 class periods on one adventure, and that's fine. It's not like they have to finish something by the end of that class period. How are you going to facilitate learning? By gathering the materials and the resources that you need. It's really important that you model a positive attitude for learning with these children, and more importantly, to model a positive attitude towards possibly setbacks or failures, because these are going to be challenging activities for the children. And then this one is hard. I know we all have a natural desire to, let me give them the answer. But you want to let them strive to struggle a little bit and come up with their own solutions. Realize that the kid activities are open-ended. Most of them, there is not one correct answer. And that's a beautiful thing. That's what we're looking for. And so you want to let them arrive at their solutions. I throw things like this at my kids a lot of times. I just had a math class, one of my first math classes with a new group of students, and they walked in and I had written on the board, how is math like a pretzel? Well, you can imagine the looks that I got, and I waited. I did my wait time there, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. And after about a minute, I said, would it help you all to know that there's not one correct answer? And they all went, you know, because that freed them up to know that I wasn't looking for anything in particular, and they could use their creativity. So you're going to be talking to your teacher about their expectations. The teachers here do have different levels of comfort with the KIT units. Most of them are just going to be happy to see you and that you volunteered, and they're going to probably let you pick whatever unit and do it however you want to. Most teachers are probably going to want to ask you to come in weekly if that's possible, or certainly every other week. Try to be consistent with that. Don't come in guns blazing and then get lax, because the kids love this and they will be expecting you and they will be looking for you and disappointed if you don't show up. Be sure that they see that you and the teacher are both being responsible and have high expectations for them, that they know that they're working in tandem with the teachers. We have to ask for confidentiality with this. These KIT units are not designed for every child. The teacher considers many factors when she decides what kids will be doing this, so you just want to be really careful at those neighborhood conversations with this. And have fun. You're going to love it. You throw some challenging stuff at them, some creative stuff. I think you're going to be blown away by what they can come up with, and you and the teacher will both be amazed.
Does it go with the group of students, or it goes as a class?
No, this is going to be small group. This is going to be, you'll be working with small groups.
So that is
And it might change. Like if you're planning to volunteer all year, she might pick certain children to do one unit and certain children to do another.
teacher will form the group.
Exactly. Oh, and I actually forgot to show you, I'm sorry, when we were studying, I had this up here, but there are 4 at each grade level, and it's very possible that you'll get through all 4 units, and the children that she picks will probably be very fluid. If one's more math-based, she may pick the children who are already have mastered the math objectives for that quarter. If it's more language arts-based, she might pick her top readers. Okay. So I'd just like to leave you with a quote that I love. Delightful task, to rear the tender thought, to teach the young idea how to shoot. I so appreciate you being here. Once again, we are partners in our children's education. We couldn't do it without you. The teachers are going to be delighted when I turn in the names of how many people arrived, and thank you again for being here.
How much time do we have to work with the children?
And with the teacher, I think it's probably going to be a 45-minute session. They try to carve out 45 minutes to an hour.
So do we get to take all of our folder of stuff to like?
Sure. Yeah. After
But
you
that's very teacher like specific, like based on what they say.
Yeah, but they're not going to say no. I mean, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah, you
But I
need
mean,
to
like
take
if
it.
I came here like 20 minutes before I'm supposed to meet with my group to like make sure my copies are in, like, but or do I plan it? I mean, like how, like, or is that the teacher's gonna just depend on?
It's
what
up
she
to
wants?
you. It's all the teachers, like I said, they have different levels of with this, and it's totally up to you. You wanna come in the day before and be sure you have or email her and say, please have copies ready for me. I'll need 10 copies of the Venn diagram, however you wanna do it. Yeah, but if you wanna, obviously we had time constraints today, but after you meet with the teacher and you decide what unit you're starting with, you're certainly welcome to take home the books, the packet and everything, and use your little cards to come up with your questions and how you're going to plan instruction. And we have a great supply room here at Davis Drive. If you need red construction paper for something, just tell her that you need it and she'll have it for you. Or if not, email me, I'll have it for you.
Do we need teacher point of contact every time we come in would be the teacher?
Yeah, well, you'll go to her room to pick up the children, so you'll see her. You don't necessarily have to
Okay.
conference with her every time
And
you see
we
her.
can volunteer to just do the one unit or as many or as much or as little as you can.
As much
Is
as
that-
you can.
Yes, I mean, it's the one or.
It's up to you. It's up to you, sure. Yeah.
So we're waiting for the teachers to contact us.
Yes,
after
if you, please be sure that you signed in over here, and they will be given the contact information, and then they will be contacting you. Okay, great, thank you so much.
So the next step